my Taurus babies, what's happening? This is EJ from Taurota Tarot. And y'all like, where you been? Yeah, yesterday was rough. I wasn't even trying to push Monday. But anyway, this is going to be Taurus Weekly Update. We are going to roll today, Tuesday the 16th. Pick up that extra day next Wednesday, the 24th. So, usual thing, just different days. Some of y'all are just anxious and ready to just jump the hell out the window. That part. But it's okay, bully. It is okie dokie. It really is. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Okay. What you want is here. It's here, but there's a change of perspective. What the hell? Choices, regrets. We're gonna go with choices on the choices and regrets. That's the 9 of Wands. You haven't made a choice yet. Most of you have not. Whatever we're dickering about right now, you haven't made a choice yet. The 7 of Wands. That is good to me. Now I don't know, other readers might say something different, but that's your challenge. Just be bold about the change that you want. Shit. I can't put it no other kind of way. Just be bold about the shit that you want. And worrying about, who's going to have something to say. Fuck them. If they can't hear what you're saying and what you're trying to do, fuck them. That's where I'm at right now. So your overall, it's just what I'm talking about now. The nature underneath the change of perspective. The change of perspective you are going through and how you're looking at your job. For some of you, for others of you, how you're looking at your own personal relationship status, why you're single or why you haven't committed, whatever. You need to get grounded if you're not there already. And you need to go ahead and just deal with whatever the change is. And just change your perspective on how you're looking at things. Because if you keep encountering the same situations and you keep trying to address them or deal with them the way you usually do, it's not going to work. So you're going to have to look at situations for what they're worth, compare them to situations in the past, figure out the common denominator, pull that common denominator out and do that different. I don't know how else to say it. I don't know how else to say it. But the one thing that you do, whether it's debating getting a new job, making a choice about a relationship, which I feel like with all the damn red and pink on the board, it's all about love anyway, but whatever it is, however you've been responding in the past, I promise you it's not going to work now. It's not going to work now. And as I say this to you, understand I'm having the same struggle. Because I'm trying to look at why are people coming to me with the same bullshit, and I'm approaching it. And the one thing that I decided today to change up, I got a very different reaction. And actually, when you change up your perspective and you change up how you're doing what you do, you'll see the real answer right in front of your face. I can't put it no clearer, no plainer than that. When you change up, people are expecting you're going to participate in a certain way. So, okay, everybody's coming to the interview and everybody's going to have the same little dry ass answers. When people can anticipate you like that, you're almost giving them the go ahead to make the decision before they even know what they're choosing. Here's Mr. Duty Pants here, the 7 of Wands. That audacity, being bold enough to deal with the change and change. Changing. Don't go in with the same answers. If you've been approaching, ooh, Lord, that's a lot of words together. If you've been approaching romantic relationships the same way, where you just kind of go with the flow, you fall in with the same shit, fuck that. Speak up now. Start talking. Say, I don't like this, or I want to wait, or I don't want to do this. Whatever it is, change it up. A lot of times the problems that we end up getting ourselves into, we have a hand in helping create them, because we just fall in because somebody else is saying, oh, well, you shouldn't expect it. You should just go, fuck all of that. You shouldn't just go. Once again, when you're being bold and audacious, you're not going with the flow. That's the whole point, so you can stand out from the flow. That part. I'm sorry, I sound like I'm teaching school up here. I'm going to stop. That's the front end. Go ahead and get grounded so you can get with this change of perspective on how you're looking at situations in your life so you can move forward. The back end of your overall with the 9 of Wands on top of the self-discipline. You're going to have to, again, some restraint so you can make some decisions and choose wisely. I'm not getting the regret part so much, because I feel like you've already come from this overcoming difficulty part. Now you've got some serious choices to make. Be it job, car, relationship, whatever. You've got some choices there. Use some self-discipline before you go getting all gung-ho. Just saying, use some self-discipline and some restraint. The very thing that maybe you think doesn't require self-discipline or restraint, that'll be the choice that you really do need it. Really do need it. Pull yourself back from any situation and kind of just add that Taurus logic on top. And if it's not working the way you want it to, give it a minute. But if you keep bumping into the same issue, let it go. That means the next thing coming down the line might be yours. That wasn't. Job, relationship, car, whatever. Looking at today's energy, the 4 of Wands on top of the self-love, it feels like many of you right now are just happy, with or without a mate. You're just happy, because those that got one, glad they got one. Others that don't have one, glad they ain't got one. But it's about just kind of being cool with yourself, that self-love, and going, okay, whatever it is, I'm going to roll with it, and not being so heavy about it. Those of you that feel like you are sludging through mud, lighten up a bit. Lighten up a little bit. Things are not as bad as they seem. The outcome you trying to predict is probably not going to happen anyway, because this is a whole new thing. And Mercury don't go direct till Saturday, so really Sunday. Best decision making time probably won't be until next Thursday, the 25th. I'm just throwing that shit out there. Look at here. Be mindful of that. Be good to yourself. The same way that you're good about your job and being diligent and showing up on time and doing all the little work they want you to do, do that same for you. Celebrate yourself, and don't be ashamed to tell some people, no, I don't want to be bothered with you tonight. I want to do my toes. And do your toes and be happy about it. Just saying. We get over here to the Knight of Wands on top of the surrender. There is someone in your existence, Taurus, that is being aggressive. That's dude on the top, and they want you to surrender. I don't know how many of y'all are going to do it. I honestly don't. Whether it's relationship, and I can't say it's anything other than that. The energy really coming off of there is the falling hearts. So that's what I'm seeing. Might be a fire sign that you're dealing with. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They might be coming on. Might be somebody that has one of those signs in their natal chart prominently. Might be their rising, their moon sign, their Venus or Mars sign, however you're going with that. But they like you, and they want you to give up the ghost. But we're coming back to this shit up here. A lot of you are trying to have a change, because you can kind of, some of you can kind of see, you know, you got this person really interested in you, but you can also see, you know, there may be some other issues underlying. It might be controlling or some other shit. And so you may choose to tell them to take that aggressive shit and go sit down somewhere, and you'll get back with them. Whoop. Choices. and having some self-discipline about the choices that you're making just because someone else is all gung-ho on some shit. This part right here, don't mean you have to. Doesn't mean you have to. Now, for some of you, you may not see this aggressiveness right away. It may take a little longer for you to see. And some of you may actually like that, depending on what your option pool looks like, what your choices are. Some of this is just, quite honestly, going to be left up to fate in terms of how this person presents. And depending on what your perspective is on the whole situation, is either going to be a yay or a nay. Way. With the Ten of Wands on top of the relationship change, and this could go to a lot of groups of Taurus, and some of y'all are in between relationships, but you got that one you're keeping your eye on. Others of you are looking, and you may have this aggressive little person running around in your experience. Here, though, it's telling me there's going to be a relationship change, and a lot of the isolation that you've been in, that you were going to come out of, because this person is going to see to it that you do. You may have been isolating for anything, for COVID, maybe isolating from this person because, you know, you're tired of arguing and bickering or whatever. Listen, the change obviously is going to come because there's going to obviously have to be a conversation somewhere along the line. Listen to what's being said, Taurus. Listen to what's being said. You already know what's being done, but see if there's any changes in the conversation. You know people make real change when the conversations start changing. Them just saying, oh, I changed. No, but how? Listen, and for some of you, it feels like whatever situation this may be, you've been around it long enough to know what the ins and outs are. Listen. For others of you, this may be about meeting someone new and coming out of isolation and all the repressed emotions and bullshit that go along with that. The back of this is a struggle. So this is clearly telling me you're trying to come up out of the struggle. Relationship change is going to be there. Keep your eyes open. Some of y'all need to keep your eyes open because you might not see what's coming, and that we're still in Mercury retrograde area. Might be somebody from your past that you're not expecting to rear up. So just keep your eyes open. Whatever the end result of any of that, you're going to be away from some of this wand struggle energy, which is a good thing. Looking at the King of Swords on top of the adventure, some of you were due for some shakeup in your life, period, not just in love or work. And I know on here it's looking blue. It's really kind of more greeny than blue. But the color indicates a level of abundance. Let's put that out there. The king, well, the king is the king. Shit, what the hell you want me to say? But it's definitely about the justice, things coming to you now that maybe you thought you deserved before. All of this, and this for some of you, double nickels up there, may present an adventure of some sort. You may get offered a job in another city, in another county, another state, however that's resonating. You may be surrendering up here to somebody that doesn't live near you. It's all going to depend, but the Wheel of Fortune, I can just kind of hear the little clickety-click. Keep it light. Use your brain. You know, some things are just simple. Use your brain. And if something is not feeling right, use your brain, that intellect, and your intuition. Something not feeling right. Swords is about your intellect. If you can't think through the process, I don't know who I'm talking to now, take another step back and look. Don't let that take the adventure out of anything. But you don't have to tell everybody what you're doing. Just do it. Think about what you're doing. This is king energy. So, you know, boss up on that shit and look and make sure that you're operating within the framework even that you want to operate in. Somebody might want you to go bungee jumping and you really ain't feeling like bungee jumping. So justice, decision making, choices type shit. I'm just saying. The Ace of Wands, a lot of fire on the board. I'll be doggone. We'll set a house afire with all these wands on the board. The Ace of Wands on top of the financial discipline. You should be coming into some money. Make sure you got a plan for it. Don't spend it all in one spot. I don't know who I'm talking to, but that's exactly what I'm hearing. Don't spend it all in one spot. You see a little poof down there, poof, I'm gone. We ain't trying to do that. We gonna just, that's not what we're trying to do. You coming in, you get a nice little chunk of change. Do your best to get some of it and hold it back. You may need it later on in the year. Just saying. The Two of Wands on top of the physical activity. It's fire energies. So some of y'all may seriously be dealing with a fire sign. They are planning. I'll let you think on it. But they're trying to get in your drawers. Period. Male, female, don't matter. They're trying to get in your drawers. And they're planning, plotting, and trying to scheme on some shit. Be mindful. Be bold. And if you think something is, and you're not happy with it, or you feel like it's less than what you're trying to get after, speak up. Now, for some of you, this may be just the roll in the hay you're looking for. And if that's all you're looking for, be clear. Be clear. You see that sun up there? Be clear on what you're doing. When you're trying to get into no shit and you turn into some other shit, or don't turn into some other shit, and then you feeling all sad and loopy at the end. Be clear what the bounds are. You want a friend with benefits and that's working for you? Say that. If you're looking for something a little longer term, you need to say that. But they're planning, and you may just go ahead with the plan, not realizing what they're really trying to get after. Now, I'm not saying whoever this is cross-watching, trying to get in your drawers, but that might be their only reason. They may not be trying to commit. They may be coming off as, oh, yes, yeah, maybe not. So keep your eyes open. Again, if it's on the board, it's in play. If there's something you want to surrender to, come on now. And you feel like you're grounded enough in that self-love to deal with this, go ahead. Do you. But if you don't. It's just that simple. And some of you, I have the feeling, some of you may be feeling, because Taurus is, people have us messed up a lot. They think we're confrontational because we're the bull. They don't understand. We really are not. If you don't fuck with us, we'll never fuck with you, ever. Because we're quite content in our own little shit. I think people just think we're confrontational. We really are not confrontational creatures. Especially if you feeding us and loving on us and, letting us roam around in the meadow, we'll love you forever. But I think a lot of people just think we're high-strung and, we flick. We flick, you got to do something. People need to understand everything they say and do to us is not okay. Coming back here for some reason. You may flick, maybe coming up on the weekend, beginning of next week, because somebody makes some little smart-ass remark about, ooh, we need to roll around. Hey, you know what? That part. Be mindful of what's going on to us. That's really the bigger message there. Just because people are acting one way, doesn't mean that they're not up to some underhanded, shady shit. For half of you, this feels like it's straight up and on top. For the other half, maybe not so much. Maybe a little shade going on there. So pay attention to your individual situation. Woo! Looking at the High Priestess on top of the abundance. Old girl working the magic. That's some major cards. It's most of you coming into a new cycle, a new chapter. And Madam Hoo-Hee-Ha here is going to make sure that you see all of the abundance that you are supposed to get. See them double eights up there? That ain't no joke. As this happens, as you watch whatever this is going on for you, materially, on the material realm, you may have and you may feel may have a magic-y, I don't know if that's even a word, but yeah, magic-y kind of feel like, how the hell did this happen? How did I get offered this job? Might have that, High Priestess put her hand in it and went, boop, and now you got some extra shit, and it's going to defy logic, because she's all about logic, but whatever's going on is going to by inner strength, dealing with dilemma requiring that you leave logic. Like I said, a girl might just boop, dip her hand in the Kool-Aid and boom, now we got something else. It's good energy. It has good prospects for you that are in newer relationships. For some older relationships, you may be coming into some money, houses, cars, investments, that type of stuff. But you're going to see there's some magic, because you're going to go, how did that happen? Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Take the gift, thank the gods, and keep it moving. We get to the Ace of Pentacles on top of the spiritual career. There's a new relationship starting for some of you. It's also going to change you spiritually, but this is not going to happen right away, especially, we're going to come back up here. If you put the kibosh on something because of somebody's aggressive behavior, this may not happen for you right away. This may take a minute, because the other person's going to be like, well, damn, she or he didn't fall for what the fuck I thought they were going to fall for. Oh. So, obviously, that's going to have some impact on you spiritually, especially if you've done something that's made somebody back up. Just saying. Once again, making sure these are your changes, not somebody else's change. This is your time, Taurus. So people just trying to sell you a fucking bill of goods because they got a bill of goods to sell. You don't have to buy it. Relationship, job, whatever. Just because it's on the shelf, it does not mean you have to pick it up. And because you don't pick it up doesn't mean you're not about change. It just means that thing is not for you. Or you don't like that thing that you may have thought it was for you. However, just because you're not accepting it doesn't mean you're not accepting change. You don't accept no bullshit from nobody. I would. I'm just saying. At the end of all of this, you're going to be wiped out, wore out, and some more shit. But communication should be strong. You're going to be tired. I can't put it no other way. You're just tired. You've gone from all the compliments and sexy shit. And just tired, and may actually be feeling like a lack of spontaneity, like you just ain't got no get up and go. It's okay. The communication, as long as the communication is golden, you're good. So don't feel like you got to be doing a whole lot of physical activity that's sitting right up here. That includes sex. If you're tired, the fuck, you tired. Go sit down somewhere. Just what she's doing. And get you a bowl of fruit, or get you a bowl of flowers, or what the hell ever. Get you a remote control, get you a glass, get you a drink. Communication, just keep the lines open and let people know you do fuck. I can't be like this every day. Bull needs a break. Take your break. That's emotional energy on top. So I have a feeling for some of you, there's somebody in your experience that's trying to play a little game with you to see, they think they're trying to pick your mind, and they're trying to see where your emotional drop point is. And you're not giving it to them for some reason. Good for you, Taurus. But anybody that you feel like is saying one thing and doing another, check them on that. I said that, yeah. Check them on that. People should be doing what the fuck they say they're going to do. Now, if they on some other shit, I understand, Mercury retrograde and all the rest of that shit. But if I tell you I'm coming today, then I should at least be able to communicate why I'm not there today. Come on. Mercury retrograde or not. So if somebody's playing this game of chicken with you, I don't know, I'm coming right back up here with this. Get your baton. Be bold. It's time for change, Taurus. It's time for you to change up how you doing shit. So if you got to go get your little hair rocker, like I'm not having that. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. But I have a feeling they're not really trying to undermine you, but they think that they're trying to be slick on some level. And I don't think they really mean it in a mean way, but they want to see how much they can get away with before you go on. Yeah, this part right here. Be fearless and tearless. Fuck them. I'm going to tell you now. Watch your money, fella. I'm going to tell you now. People are not going to like you this week, Taurus. It's okay. Fuck them. Fuck them if they can't take a joke. Watch your money. Then we had that conversation down here. Yeah. Money, abundance. It's coming. I don't know where it's coming from, but watch it. When you get it, make sure you got it, and make sure transactions are complete. Do not hang up without the confirmation number. I don't know who the hell I'm talking to. But make sure you get everything, all the information that you need to get. Doing something online or by phone. Show some gratitude. That's always a good message. Just curious to see what's on top of the deck. Got the Hermit on the bottom. Ace of Cups, love and clarity. So you're getting there. You're getting there. But you're going to have to go through this little bit of bullshit right here. It's always some grease in the game, ain't it? Just saying. I love my bullies. Y'all will see me soon. Take care. Bye-bye.